Hi everyone, welcome to Module 4.5, Tools to Improve Your Impact and Productivity in the Workplace. In the previous module, we covered the interview process and some tools and tips to help you stand out from the other candidates. But you've gotten the job now and you want to put your best foot forward. How can you ensure that you make a good impression showing both your technical capability but also how well you fit into the organization? In this module, you will gain some insights and tools on being productive in your new job, as well as good practices to leave a good impression. So the first few days, even the first few months of a new job can often be very nerve-wracking, especially if it is your first job. There are a lot of new people, new customs and duties that you are expected to complete and deliver on time. You may be wondering if you are making a good impression and if you are doing things right, but also trying to figure out how well you are fitting in with your new colleagues. In this module, you will gain some insights on building good working relationships, tools on being productive in your new job, as well as good practices to leave a good impression. Let's start with building relationships in the workplace. You'll meet a lot of new people in the first few days. They will be asking you about yourself, your background, and why did you want to work here. Be prepared for this. Create and practice an elevator pitch on who you are, what you do, and why you are passionate about what you do. Know the names of your colleagues. It goes a long way when you remember someone's name and what they do. It may be difficult to remember all of them, so get familiar with the organizational chart. This will also help you identify who you will be working with closely and who you will be partnering with on projects and other activities. Try to understand what motivates your manager and how they prefer to work. Every person has their own way of working, their internal mantra on what motivates them. This will likely increase your chances in building a stronger relationship with them. This will also come clear as you have more conversations with them. Now, being new, you may be shy to participate in events or make an intervention in meetings, but leverage your newness to ask a lot of questions and be active in events. Most people appreciate the curiosity and the injection of excitement in the team as it shows your willingness to learn and be included. So let's go on to productivity. As you start a new job, you will have a number of tasks that you will have to complete within certain deadlines. If you did not know already, you will start to find out the best ways for you to work, but also the time traps that you fall into. So we've divided these tips and tricks and tools into some common work personalities. Let's see if you can find yourself in any of these categories. So firstly, for the multitaskers and project managers, stop multitasking. You may think that you're a master multitasker, but trying to do several things at once usually results in very little being accomplished. Multitasking may seem like a great way to get a lot of things done at once, but research has shown that our brains are not nearly as good at handling multiple tasks as we'd like to think. In fact, some research suggests that multitasking can actually hamper your productivity by reducing your comprehension, attention, and overall performance. So how can we create and focus on one thing at a time? Remove temptations such as your phone, multiple tabs open that are not related to the current task. Remove email notifications. Also, work in intervals. Block out your day into focus areas and plan breaks. Mapping out your tasks and activities with concrete deadlines. And here are some tools that can help with this, such as Trello, OneTime, and Asana. The links to these tools are within the module. So next we have the procrastinators. I'm sure that most of us have fallen into the procrastination trap. We have a month to complete a task and we wait until the last few days to complete and we rush to complete it. To help with this, break down big tasks into smaller goals that may not seem too huge. Begin your day by doing the hardest task first when you're most alert. Assign an accountability buddy, someone you have to answer to for this particular task. Create to-do lists and task trackers, as it is very motivating to cross out a task when it's completed. We've also highlighted some tools that may be quite helpful for you to stay focused and create to-do lists, such as Stay Focused, which is a Google app, Forest, and a to-do list. Now we have the marathon workers and relay teams. Doing it solo or coming together as a team, working continuously and for very long hours does not mean that you are getting more done. Sometimes the best way to get things done is to not work on it for a while and then come back. Also, when working with a team, it can sometimes be difficult to keep the communication going and consistent. This can result in misunderstandings and conflicts. To avoid this, take more breaks and move around more. Pay attention to your posture at the computer. Keep track of time and the time you spend on one thing to avoid fatigue. Have short team meetups to check in and also give feedback. Some additional tools that can help with this is Serene, Doodle for meetings, and Slack for communication, as well as Google Drive and other cloud-based platforms for team work. Now, I will share with you 10 additional tips and tricks that you can help to improve your productivity at work. Simply plan your day, so create a to-do list as we mentioned before. A power hour. Avoid your email inbox for an hour and see how much work you can get done. Recess. Take a break about 90 minutes into the day and get some coffee and move and stretch. Create time chunks in your day, so block out yourself for different tasks. Respond to emails in one block so that they do not pile up during the day. Some people like listening to music that helps them to bring energy to their day. Remember to drink water. Leave your desk at lunch so that you don't find yourself eating while doing work. Keep it professional. Don't look at social media or your personal emails during work time. And of course, keep an organized workspace. Thank you for listening, and I hope these tips and tools will be helpful as you start your journey in the working world.